study says that today's younger generation is not as promiscuous. Sex therapist Shelley Varode here with more. And this is, of course, very shocking to be hearing this news, that the millennials are the least sexually active generation, even though they're still young.
I wouldn't say least. Yeah, they're saying that they're having less sex than other generations, which is it's a little bit weird to say something like that about a whole generation. There's also a decrease in sex or intercourse in the United States. So they're saying it's not just them, but we are pointing.
It's not you, it's me.
It's also us. So something is shifting and something is going on. So I was reading so many articles and research, and a lot of people in my field of sexology are talking about it. And I found several things that were very interesting. The first, and it's very well known, the age of marriage is actually we're getting
older.
Yeah,
yes,
it's getting older, so we're getting married at a later age, like close to 30. And I'm saying that because they're saying the people who are having the most happy sex and more sex is the people who are married. So it's hard.
Married in their 30s before kids.
I definitely agree with that. So yeah, so the millennials generation are, it's hard for them to find partners. They're not married yet, so this is one good reason. Okay, I can accept that.
But you would think, because of now, like, all of these different, avenues for people to meet each other without having to be in a bar and physically, get rejected. Like, if you're meeting people online, why aren't they having sex? So it's easier to now meet people.
So that's what they say in technology. But I would think exactly what you're saying. Technology should improve it, should help you meet each other, have more sexual partners maybe. But they're not going so much on intimacy. It's developing something very different. We're getting used to have sex, but not the sex that we would call, like, not an intercourse.
So then what does that mean?
Cyber
Sexting?
sex.
Like sexting?
Sexting, cyber sex, self-pleasure with yourself while watching pornography. And it seems like there is a shift actually in definition. This is what I think. Above all of that, they're adding that this generation is the antidepressant generation, which everybody knows that pills for
the unfortunate side effects of antidepressants.
Exactly, it inhibits.
Yeah.
But I would go to technology, back to technology. So what is going on? I think what we need to start doing is actually changing all definition. It's not the sex that we used to, maybe, or... So
then what would... So it's not like, Clinton, getting back to the Monica Lewinsky, like, I did not have sexual relations with this woman. So what defines sex in this new normal?
I would totally go into the screen-defining sex. I know it's weird and there is a lot of less touch, and I also meet a lot of people from this generation in my clinic, and they're finding it, they're scared to go out there, they're scared of rejection, they're scared to meet, they're scared of talking to a girl. They go to the screen, and even from the screen I'm like, okay, like, move it out there, and no, they feel so safe in their place, and they also become sexual active, but in that zone.
Right. So then they go and meet that person, and it's like a whole different thing. It's just the stakes are higher face to face.
Yes, it's very, very difficult.
But are they meeting online and then, like, literally just having cyber sex or FaceTime? I mean, like, is that happening?
It can be that way. It can also be a pay for sex, because there's a lot of other ways today. Unfortunately, I wish it wouldn't happen, but yeah, a lot of people do meet online, and they become very sexual very quick on screen. Because it's
but then they have to meet and actually have a conversation. It's a whole different thing once you're sitting across the table.
It's a whole different thing, yeah. And again, if you're like, right now you feel like you want something, it's so easy. You press on a button, you meet a girl, you talk to her, you flirt online.
So what does this say for the future? I mean, this is a little bit scary, actually.
Yes, it's scary because we do have to, touch. It's a basic need. It makes us feel good.
It is a human basic need for survival is being touched.
I wouldn't take it that far that we're only going to be surrounding screens, but I would definitely think that we have to start doing something that will move them from this app to the reality. Like, people have to start figuring out how to convince this generation to meet each other. Also, it happens in college a lot. But now we know that so many people don't get married and meet in college and get married. So we do have a gap that someone needs to help us find something to help people meet, connect, and have a touch that is not just sexual.
Right. Well, thank you, Shelley. Interesting stuff.